Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Sailor Moon review. Today I have the new set of Gashapon Stick and Rod series. This is number 4, and I was so excited to get these. I was waiting for them to come out. I couldn't find a pre-order anywhere, so I ended up going with eBay. So if you guys want to get these, I would say eBay. Also Nippon Yasan, another really good website to get these from. They put up their orders as soon as they were released, so that's another one you can try. But this is going to be a basic review of me showing you how to put them together and what they look like afterwards and such like that. So these came in Gashapons. These are like the larger size Gashapons, so they do have a more can-shaped capsule. It's a little bit more long, and it is pink and clear. Each one of these are packaged separately in a big pink package. They're not really translucent, so I decided to go ahead and just open the packages and just lay out all the parts and put them together from there. So first we'll go ahead and start looking at the little pamphlet. This is a pamphlet that comes with all the Gashapons, so you kind of get a little examination of how to put them together and what the other ones look in the set. So here's a nice little image of Eternal Sailor Moon on there. And it does say that there's 6 of these. You do have the 25th anniversary on here, the International Sailor Moon logo. And Bandai is the one that makes these. And here is a little explanation of how you put these together and what number they are. These two pieces do go together, which is really cool. And there are the crystal change rods and how to put those together. And it does show that these two pieces, the star that goes on top, does click into place. And then here on the back is how to put the stands together and how they work, and one of the other series that's coming out. I think this one is coming out shortly, I do believe. It's really pretty, but yep, that is the pamphlet. And I guess we'll start with some of the crystal change wands. And this one is for Mercury. As you can tell, her little piece spins, and it's quite nice. You do see her little symbol in there. It's kind of hard to see at certain angles. It is meant to spin when you shake the wand, kind of like it does in the anime. And I really like the design of it. For something really cheap, I think these go for like 500 yen. Something like that in Japan, so they're very cheap little toys, but are designed really well. So that one is Mercury, and of course you have her base staff that goes with it. And I'll just go ahead and put these together so I can show you exactly how they look. So you just put the piece together like that, and then you can put the top on, and they do just kind of snap into place. And then you do have both wings, so this is the first one. And there are little notches on the side of the wings, so you know exactly what side to put them on. But there is Mercury's. And you do have to kind of wiggle each piece of the wings in. They're not very easy to put in, so you do have to wiggle them a bit while you're pushing them in. Just be careful, you don't want to break them, obviously. And you can move it and it spins the disc inside. So that's incredibly clever. I really like that. You can tell inside, it's hard to show you exactly, but one side is kind of skinny and the other side is fatter on the disc inside. That way it helps it spin pretty easily. Gives one side a little more weight than the other. So that is a pretty cool mechanic that they've added to this wand. And these do each have a stand. And you just kind of slip them on together. Just like this. Put the two pieces together. And then you just put the peg on the top. So here it is on the stand. And people have been putting theirs kind of tilted, kind of like the way they show in the anime. So that's an option if you want to do that. Or just have them straight. Whichever is fine, of course. But very pretty. Now I'm going to get the other 3 and put them together really, really quick, and then I'll show them to you afterward. So I do have the Mars one put together now, and after putting more of these together, I did realize that the little wings, it does not matter which side you put which wing on, they will both fit on either side, so that's pretty handy. But here is the Mars one, and hers spins as well, really fluently, no problems with it. It looks very, very pretty. The only thing I could have said that they would have added, I guess, is in the anime, the wings are kind of tinted to each one of their colors. It might just supposed to be like a little reflection color, perhaps, why they didn't do that, but it could have been added. It would have been kind of cool, but either way, I really, really like these a lot, and they spin really well. So here is the Jupiter one. It spins really well too. No problems. Very, very pretty. And then lastly is Venus. And her spins pretty well as well. But yeah, very beautiful wands. I am very impressed with the crystal change wands in these, so very pretty. And they're small, so I mean, I can't put my adult hand in there, but if you were a child, these would be perfect to use. So, very, very pretty. So next we have the Eternal Tear and the Holy Moon Chalice. And I do believe this is what this is called, the Holy Moon Chalice. Can be kind of confusing since we have the Rainbow Moon Chalice or the Holy Grail, but I'm pretty sure this is what this is called. And the Eternal Tear is pretty easy to put together. You do have two pieces here, and I think this one just kind of slides up into place. And you put that on there just like that, and secure it into each little notch that's on the side. And then you have the bottom here, which just kind of connects pretty simply. Just line it up, and then just pop it into place just like that. And that's pretty much it. And then you just have a nice miniature version of the Eternal Tear that's really actually quite pretty. Do like the way it looks a lot. It does have these little acrylic gems here in the front, and one little red one right there. It's very, very nice. Looks just like the little 90s toy that came out quite some time ago. And you do have another stand. And these, your thumb starts to hurt after a while putting these together. And there you go. These stands are not easy to put together. You do have to use a little bit of pressure to get that down in there and then put it in the back of it. It's a little bit of a pain. But there you go. There's the Eternal Tear. It's together. So lastly, we just have the Holy Moon Chalice. And it does have this giant piece here, which has a bunch of little jewels on it and a clear crystal where you can see the different colors on the star. A little bit of prismatic effect in there. There's two feather pieces. And when I got these, one of the red ones fell off, these little bead parts, but they just snap into place. And then you have the bottom base. The base in between the bottom and the top, and the very top you have the little moon piece that sits. And this is what you take off to put the wand together with this. So we'll get this together and see what it looks like, and I assume this should be pretty simple. They're all pretty large pieces. So there's that. And then this piece should just connect to the bottom like that. And then the base doesn't go in any particular way, just kind of sits in there. So there's that. And then the top looks like it just kind of rests in there, I guess. So there is the whole completed Holy Moon Chalice. And it's very, very pretty. It's a nice little replica of it. Lots of detail. The wings kind of look like they're prismatic in a way, but I don't think that they are. I think it's just the shiny plastic. Yeah. The bottom here is gold. Little gold beads at the bottom. So yeah, very, very pretty. So we'll take a look at what this looks like after you put the Eternal Tear together with it. Let's kind of wiggle that out of there. And I guess this will just sit down in it like that. And that's basically it right there. It looks really amazing. The whole thing put together looks pretty nice. I like the idea of it. And it gives you a little different option to display it as well. So that is the entire set of set 4 for the Stick and Rod series. I absolutely love these. I think they look amazing. I hope you guys will give them a chance if you're into the wands and the brooches and everything. I paid around $43 for the set of these after shipping, so I thought it was really affordable for a complete 6-piece set like this. So I'm pretty happy with them, and if you guys have any questions about them and want to know more about them that you might not have heard from me in this video, you can leave a comment below. But I will see you all in the next review for Sailor Moon. Alright, bye.